Hey, Kiki with Hemi. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Now, I was gonna go into the incognito red, but I thought I would come on and see. We have a couple slots filled for that, but I like to go in with a fuller house if we're gonna do an incognito. And so I wanted to see what's good with y'all, if anyone's up and popping and wanted to join. It's Tuesday, day of Mars and Scorpio moon. I'm trying to get my chat up right now. Y'all, I just had to tell someone in the comments. I left the comment up on the video trying to talk, clap back because I set boundaries. Like, if you have a problem with me having a child or my child being on the videos, get off my channel, period, point blank. And people try to say something like, no, that's not gonna be how it is. Period. Get off my channel. You think you get free content and access to me and my child doesn't? Like, no. I'm cultivating my life specifically so that I can have it how I want to for my family and I. Now, sometimes it clashes and, it's not always the easiest balancing it, but no, we're not coming on my channel telling me how to do things. I stay open. I listen to suggestions. Hi, Jorge. Just one moment because my computer's trying to die. All right, y'all. People really will try to dictate your life. I think they have the right to judge it and try to use gaslighting and saying mean things to make you think you're the one in the wrong for putting your boundaries. So, Divine Rebels, this is just your reminder to have courage and do your life how it works for you and your family, and don't let anyone try to disturb you or put you off your game. Okay, I'm getting this laptop back on because I can't see your chats. My phone is working for recording, but the screen is kind of messed up on it. So just a second, my laptop powers up very quickly. But I hope you guys are well. All right, here we go. Already back up, refresh. Yes, thank you for your blessings, Jorge. Yes, yes. So I'll do some live reads on here, and if anyone wants to join the incognito list, then we'll go into the incognito tonight. Otherwise, we'll wait and do it another night. I do have the rain going in the background again, which is what keeps the household calm. Hey, did I come during a clapback? Hi, Natalie. Yes, I was just I left the little comments up, but I'm just I'd like a read one sec. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm just who do people think they are? Like, if I'm on here and I say this is what goes on my channel, and if you got a fucking problem with it, get off. And people are mad because they want free spiritual content, that they think that they can tell me that I'm wrong or something. No, especially when it comes to my child and I. So that's just, you're mad because I put boundaries, this is not the channel for you. If you're mad because I say a curse word, if you're mad because my family is included with my channel and that you have the blessing to see behind the scenes. Now, I understand if you're not in the mood. Sometimes I watch different channels and they might post a video and sometimes it's calm and I'm feeling hype. And so it's not the mood I'm in. I don't dislike the video, right? Are you kidding me? If I watch a video, sometimes I have my mom break, y'all. Everyone's napping, puppy and baby, everything's done, and I go to watch a video and there's some children in the background. I just save it for later. I'll come back around. I understand sometimes you're like, no, I can't right now with the noise. Sometimes I can't hear somebody who's in the car driving. I don't want to hear the noise, right? Or whatever. So that's not their problem, blessing us with free content on their channel because I'm not in the mood. Have some freaking emotional responsibility. Have some, this is just directed at the people who aren't, of course. Have some freaking, just get rid of the entitlement and have some responsibility about yourself. You go to someone else's channel, you go to someone else's house, you tell them how to cook the food. Like, are you kidding me right now? So, and that's the thing that makes YouTubers shut down, so that they don't want to accept any, info and feedback, because it gets overwhelming when that's the thing. So it's been a very good energy lately. Y'all have been amazing, but I know we've had a lot of new subscribers in, and people forget, they think they can just demand like love videos and have you shut up, do what they want, do it how they want. This is not the channel. Go back and watch, okay? I don't deal with that. We're divine rebels. I don't deal with any type of, let's just say it, racism, bigotry, homophobia. I don't deal with people who pretend to be enlightened and they do nothing for social justice. I don't deal with people who try to use politics or social niceties or religion or spiritual beliefs to abuse others and keep people suppressed. I don't do that shit. Read the hashtags in my box. And I sure as hell don't deal with people saying, well, because you put boundaries, I think you're being an entitled parent. Parents aren't entitled, okay? There might be people who are privileged and entitled and sometimes do things. Our society should protect all of us, and there's room for the elders to be respected, for the children to be respected, for the bearers of human beings to be respected. It doesn't mean you have to have children, and I respect that for you, and I hold down on the front lines for you for your right not to do that. So you best be respectful when you come over here to me and I have a precious little precocious human being, okay? So if you're one of those people who hates kids, who has issues because you can't be the center of the world basically all the time and don't like children, you're not just, if you're not going to learn and grow, get out of my space, okay? What you're not going to do is sit there and send bad juju to my children, to my family, or whatever. If you're the person who will, be up animals' ass and think you're a good person, but then put shade towards children, don't care about, migrant children in cages, but think you're such a good vegan or whatever, and you're not going to heal, this is not your space. All right, this is my space, and this is the space for people who want to be divinely changing all the things we need to change so that we can be more loving on the real, okay? Not in some fake woo-woo 5D, but in the real world together with respect, with community, okay? And if you're somebody, some people were like, one person made a comment about, because I was talking about community things on one of the pick-a cards that naturally came up in the cards as their advice, and like, oh, well, this, this kind of stuff makes me sick, this kind of politics, this and that. And I was just like, okay, so go be a selfish capitalist by yourself, I guess, like, whatever. Like, if I don't understand what you're doing here, all right? It's like, help people, heal people, grow, tear down what hurts us. And I mean, it seems simple to me, but I'm a Pisces, right? So go figure, a Pisces with Aquarius in her chart, but also some Scorpio and Aries, okay? So, that's what I'm about. Maroon Phoenix, I love your video style. I love that you combine real life problems and spirituality. I love seeing and hearing baby magic in the background. It makes things more real and down to earth, honestly. I love you. Thank you so much, Maroon Phoenix. Oh my gosh, I love you too. You always come with amazing energy and just real and personable. Thank you so much. Thank you. And like I said, a lot of you are mad super cool, and that's why I grow slowly. You guys might be like, why doesn't she have a lot? Because I've been in the tarot business, but in the tarot community a long time, y'all. And it's because when I need to, for the protection of those who are very real and very precious to me, I will cut down. I will not just blow up because of whatever. Now, that's not saying that people who blow up aren't being genuine always, but what I'm saying is that I have very specific things, and I understand that that kind of thing isn't always the most marketable, and I understand that this is what I want to do right now and what's good for my family, and it's part of the world that I want to live in and create, and so I'll stick to that. But I'm very good with marketing, and I have very good energy for blessing people's business. As soon as I shout someone out or bless them, they'll have 10,000 more subscribers, clients, whatever, within a month. It's not a thing, y'all. But it's not that, but I very much care, and I put very genuine energy in. So I know sometimes my technology is all over the place, y'all. I'm telling you, there's a reason there's no technology at Hogwarts, magical energy. And my chart is just like, you're really good at technology, but it's going to give you headaches. I'm like, I know. There's a reason. So proud of you for setting those boundaries. Thank you so much. Sending payment. Thank you, Nath Hughes. Y'all check out Natalie's channel, Nath Hughes Tarot. You'll see the moderator comments right here. If you haven't, amazing, fun, just loyal, just beautiful person, friend in real life as well, and always has great content, puts so much heart. I mean, we really spend a lot of time having real talks about business, decolonization, just being true good people and trying to bring real good medicine and take our time if we feel like we can't put that out at the moment. And so this is not just something that is willy-nilly. I mean, we might all of a sudden get inspired and come do a video, but there's a lot of heart and true growth that's behind this. And I understand some people that are getting into tarot, they've only seen kind of the industry side of it, and so they don't really see this. But here we're going to have realness, okay? Since your payment, okay, talking to me earlier, and I guess I was like, was that real? I'm that protected? Okay, the ancestor is this message from them. Virgo energy has made really anxious and overthinking. I've been feeling terrible and like a horrible person, and I feel like they were talking to me earlier and guess that I'm like, was that real? Yes, you are not a terrible person at all. I just like while you were typing that, I was pumping you up, huh? See, that's how we do. We all have bad days. We're human, but we keep each other in line and we pump each other up, okay? So, but I want to pass on that energy to you. So if any of you hear some of this fierce mama bear energy, if any of you are needing some of that today, please protect yourself, stand up for yourself. You are worthy of that. Okay, I send back energy to my past self because time is relative, right? I send back energy to that young girl who needed someone to protect her. And I always say this, it's weird because when I was younger, I had moments when I was so alone and going through abuses and different things that I didn't know where I got that strength from. And I would feel the presence of this amazing woman connecting and blessing me and talking to me. And now I have this moment where I realize, like, I'm that woman now. Like, my younger self would be astonished at the woman that I've become. Like, wow, how can you be so brave? How can you speak your mind? How can you've learned to put action to your love in such an outward way? And I'm still learning, y'all. I'm still definitely learning because I can be shy. And sometimes I just, you know how those moments pass you and you wish you stood up and said something and you didn't, or you wish you were braver in love and you weren't. You know, it's definitely a process, but I just hope everyone watching can feel encouraged. If you are going through any of those things like that, you deserve to stand up for yourself. You deserve to put your boundaries. You deserve to know that that is a place of love. It has nothing to do with hate or, you know, anything like that. That's one of the silliest, you know, myths and outright lies about love. Again, think of a mama bear, right? Or a lion cub. Hi, Catherine. Hey. I'll do it back to you. Hey, rock on. You're driving but listening so far, so powerful. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Please be safe. I'm guessing you're at a stoplight. Yes, please hit the like if you are supportive and enjoying this video. They are powerful, right? There's powers in numbers. And I always make sure to like. I even like when, like the timestamps, when a YouTuber takes the time to actually put timestamps in the comment, I'm going to like them there. I'm going to like everywhere they took an effort to do something to give energy back and support to them, because, you know, people are demanding about things, but then they don't even give energy back when that's out there. So I try to remember that, y'all. I know sometimes we forget. Sometimes I will literally go back like through the queue, like refresh all this, trying to find the video because I was like so into it, I forgot to like it. And I'm like, no, I want to give them that, you know, it's just a simple little thing, but I want to give them that respect back and let them know that they're appreciated. So, and I know that there was a big chunk of, I got a lot of comments one day, and I had a few videos going, and I saw some from other YouTubers and from you guys, and I don't think I went through and got to heart and reply. There's like probably a chunk of them that I didn't. So if you're going through and you're like, why are all of these ignored? I wasn't trying to. We've been transitioning a lot behind the scenes. You can tell my settings different and everything. So I'm trying to scroll back, but I can't always like scroll far enough. It's just, you know, me and technology, but I'm good at it, but it just is ornery. So I will get to those, I promise. And thank you so much for all of your support. I never just will, you know, be ignoring you just to ignore, okay? I always try to keep up with them. All right. Woosah. All right. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you so much, because I know a lot of you are just very loving and protective. Look what it say. It said the Empress. And this is Yemaya. And this is with the ocean. And one of my daughter's middle names is a unique version of a namesake for Yemaya. Okay? So thank you for being with us and protecting. Yes. Thank you, thank you. I love it, I love it. Okay, y'all. So we're going to get into the readings. If you guys want to do a reading now, if anyone wants to book an incognito read, we'll go ahead and do that. But it wasn't fully booked up for tonight. And I kind of want to have a little bit more people, not overbooked, but, you know, a little bit more people in the room before I go ahead and get the incognito going. So let me know if you want to do that. Go ahead and send it through. We could still do it late night after this. Otherwise, I will switch it to another day. Okay, I'm just refreshing this bit over here real quick. And then we'll go ahead and get into this reading. Woo-hoo. Okay, so for Natalie, If y'all want a reading, I think I put it in the description. You can send in $15 to Cash App or to PayPal. And yeah, the information's down there. And personal readings, you can send it into oceanheartconjure@gmail.com and the inquiries that you have. No, okay, so message from Matthew's ancestors. We're familiar, we chat. If you could come through, please. You just like a general message. Okay, Natalie's been feeling with this Virgo energy, anxious and overthinking, and having a feelings of being terrible, like a horrible person, and feeling like you were talking to her earlier, and is, you know, just trying to place, was that real? You know, that you're really around her, that protected. Could you please just give some communication on these thoughts Natalie is having? We have the Nine of Cups reversed. We have the Six of Swords. Yes, they're definitely showing me, yeah, Four of Wands. They're like, we're there. You have an altar. We're in your house. There's a lot of us who have crossed over, who are, boom, right there with you. Yeah, those who are at peace and at rest. We have the World card. They're like being very specific. They're like, how do you want to say? How should we say dead ancestors? They're like, okay, thank you, Catherine. They're like, those of us who are at peace. Those of us who are, could you say, laid to rest? Those of us who have finished our incarnation. Those of us who have transitioned on our journey. Yes, they're cracking me up. Oh my gosh, they are always a hoot. Yes, what do we have here? We have the Lovers reverse. We have the Devil reverse. Oh my, Natalie. They said those of us who have escaped our wedding vows, because you know, to death do us part, they're really clowning. With the Eight of Pentacles, they don't have to work no more with the, look, somebody is glad that they died to get away from their spouse. Do you know which ancestor this is? Are you still driving? I need your feedback, because you always know who it is coming through. Oh my God, somebody's talking smack. They're letting you, they're just kikiing with you like, yes, it's us. Yes, we're here to do the work. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of the Pentacles. You don't know who that is? They talking smack. They said, yep, I'm free at last, free at last. Okay, that's what I'm hearing, is that I'm hearing free at last, free at last. Oh my God. We have a Star reverse and it has Oshun on it. So someone is like, yes, they married someone who was a looker and popular. And by the end of their days, they were like, man, they were addicted to that. Oh my gosh, they're explicit. They're explicit, Natalie. They said they was addicted to that. You know what? And they're glad because only death could free them. So yes, they're like, you mean us? Yeah, we here. We're here. We're personable. We know what you're going through. We got your back. We see you with these little workings of the wands, should we say, that you're casting over here. We see what you're doing over here on your altar space. Like, we here. We here. Okay? Oh my gosh, they gave the Queen of Wands doing the work. Knight of Wands. Do I need to say a letter? Do I need to say a particular letter, Natalie? Perhaps I'll just type it here in chats. We have, yes, they see it. They're like, we see the workings we're trying to do for you. And we, and we see the workings you've been doing, period. Period. They also see when you try to backtrack on some workings. I don't have Venmo yet. I'm so sorry, Jorge. Yes, I am trying to get that, but I've been trying to figure out what I want to do with banking. I want to bank black, but you typed it. Yes, I did. But I have some delays on that because of this ID thing. So I need an ID, y'all. Is that TMI? My Scorpio's like, what did you just say on a Scorpio moon? No, I need to get a new ID, updated ID. So I'm delayed on a lot of stuff. But I will get Venmo is the point. Pisces is just talking too much. My Scorpio's like, cut it off. But for now I have Cash App and PayPal. You don't have to have PayPal to pay. If you go to my PayPal link, you don't have to have PayPal to pay it. You can pay as a guest. And Scorpio will say, we are here like that. Yes. So basically they see when you've tried to cut off your working too, you try to put it away. Never mind. Let me put this sugar jar back. Let me put this honey jar back. Look, I know not what I did. It was too much for the kids. It was too much for the kids. You called in some people on the rainbow, okay, and the community, okay. You called in. Look, we got a woman here coming in on the LGBTQIA rainbow. So they're just talking about everything. They're like, you mean us? You mean when we did this, this, and that? You mean when we saw you do this, 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 and that? Yes, we here. Of course we here. Of course we're talking to you. Ah, no, too sweet. Guess what card I just drew? Did you see it? Guess which one it was? Did you see it? I need to see your guess. What's your guess, Matthews? Yes, the screen is frozen for you. Oh, the screen is frozen. Oh no. Let's see. Oh, because it's doing that. Do you trust this computer thing? Sorry, y'all. Has it been frozen for everyone? I know my password, I swear. Okay. Is that better? There we go. Is that better? It's too good to refresh. It's fine. I was driving away. Okay. I'm sorry. My computer my phone's charging on my computer, and it suddenly did that. Like, do you want to trust this computer? And I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I was wondering because some people were kind of going in and out. They were like, "This is frozen." Is the Empress? Yes, it was frozen also for me. Oh, you're so sweet. You still rocking with me. Thank you, boo boos. Okay. So you said, what did you say, Matthews? What did you say? You said the cups or the sun? No, ma'am. Ma'am, no, ma'am. The Empress card. The Empress card, Empress, okay, came through with Yemaya right after the moon. They ain't playing. They ain't playing. Put it back. Put it back. Look what's come with her. The Tower. And the Knight of Wands. Y'all know Nath is my friend. So, and her ancestors be Kikian, and I'm familiar with her ancestors, so we just really be flowing on these readings. You better protect yourself, okay? Because they're coming through. They are not playing. 3 of Pentacles. The ancestor said, ma'am, no, ma'am. This is not the plan. With the sun. It's so funny because I think even Sag Sun is kind of like, I've been wanting a baby, please. Even Sag Sun is kind of like, I don't know about this. And I take pretty much every option. So, he's like, maybe a little bit more stability for me. Like, really? Wow. Even for him, maybe a little bit more stability before I come back. He said, huh? Look, he said 4 of Pentacles. Ancestors, can you take this over for me? I don't think so. I don't think so. With the Strength reversed. Yeah, not so much. I think not. Oh my goodness. So they know all the tea. Your ancestors are definitely around you, communicating, talking. If you guys can hear that little bit of noise, Witchy Pup has been dreaming. Hi. And baby's awake. No, you're not awake? Oh, okay. It's just pretend. I said, baby's awake. She said, no, and shook her head. It's a secret. She's not awake, guys. Hi, sweet baby. You just woke up? Oh, goodness. Yeah, were you having a good rest? Yes, so that's what I'm seeing here. She said, no, she's not awake. She's so cute. Earlier I was tickling her, and in sign language and vocally she goes, stop, time out, sit down to me. She said Bohemia, but she didn't sign my name because I don't actually have an ASL sign name, y'all. You have to, so it's a cultural thing. You have to get it from an ASL, speaker, native. And so I don't have one, but Baby Magic does for her name, her actual name. And it's so funny because the person chose the sign that I had imagined. Maybe I was just psychic and picking it up ahead of time, but I mean, I am psychic, but maybe I was psychically picking it up. Yes, you're so welcome. Yeah, but she was so funny. She did it getting tickled and did it in sign language and spoke it. No. Okay. Yes, if you guys want to go ahead and send in readings, go ahead and do so. If you want to send in for the spicy incognito, actually, baby's up. We'll probably put that onto another night. We'll try tomorrow. Cause I don't know, the vibe was just, it was getting late. Okay, let's see. You got that? Okay. Um, Catherine says, I want to know if there's a third party involved. I mean, I know he's still trying to get over his ex, but except that, I see there's another girl visiting his social media pretty often. I think she likes him, but I don't know if he likes her. He probably doesn't, but I am not sure. I am not his girlfriend, so I don't want to ask him that ex stalking. Isn't that so hard when you're in between? Okay, Nav's driving again. Be safe. Open roadway, road opener for you. Isn't that hard when you're in between where you're like, okay, we've been talking enough that like it would be messed up if you're talking to someone else, but at the same time we haven't been talking enough that I can be like, give me your phone. Actually, I never do give me your phone, but nowadays it's more like, give me my phone. What do you think you're doing? Over here trying to use my phone. Not these days. That was the past, y'all. And we ain't doing that again. Please hit the like if you're here in support so that I know that you are here supportively. You haven't been talking to him for a while. Do you mean it's been a while since you talked to him, or do you mean that it's just been a short amount of time? Hi, love. I love you too. Oh, he's so precious. Yeah, I love you so much. Aww. Okay. Is there a third party involved with Catherine's romantic interests? Is there a third party involved with Catherine's romantic interests? Is there a third party involved with Catherine's romantic interests? Okay. We have the Ten of Swords reversed. We have the Knight of Cups. I thought it was Temperance. Both of them have rainbows in this deck. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. You deleted him for a while, then you added him back. Okay, that makes sense because this is saying coming back from being blocked because you have romantic feelings after all. Okay, I was like, no communication. Knight of Swords reversed. Three of Wands reversed. Oh my gosh, that is the energy. We have a little Page of Wands. Okay, we have the Three of Swords reversed. We have the Five of Swords. And we have the Chariot. No, I don't see any third parties. What I see... Oh, thank you for the kisses. Empress reversed. No, I don't see another... The other person that you're concerned about is not like a major player. They might have big feelings, but this person is not identifying them as a major partner. And yeah, the ex, although the energy is still there getting over it, it doesn't look like something that's going back to, although you might see the process of that release happening as they move forward, but I don't see them getting back together. There could have been, yeah, I think he's definitely trying to get over. It's almost that feeling you might want to kind of run over, like metaphorically, the ex. No, I actually think you really have his attention. There's the Three of Swords reversed. So again, I don't see the external parties being part of the situation anymore with the Knight of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Three of Swords reversed. We have the Five of Swords. So I think the biggest thing is like that you blocked him. That's the biggest energy. So there might want to be a little fiery message about that. I don't know if he said anything very sassy about that, but he might want to, have a little 2 cents or give you a little smart comment about that, how you blocked them, or just feel a little bit frustrated. But I feel like there's a lot of passion. This person's trying to smudge up their life. Okay, they're like, oh, we doing this now? They coming back at you. They're seeing all this opportunity. He's not into her. I don't see it. No, with the Empress reverse, I don't think so. This could be someone who's very beautiful and things, but there could be maybe personality wise, just temperament wise and stuff that this person does not seem into that. Doesn't seem into them. No, with the Knight of Swords reversed, I think they would have a lot of opinions. It's almost like when you think, that your crush likes someone else, and then you ask them and they're like, are you kidding me? That person, they did this, and this. This is their beliefs. This is how they are. They're so demanding. They're so this, and that. It's kind of that kind of, I think there's a lot of criticisms that he has about this person. And no, I don't think so. And I don't see him really searching outside parties right now. Mainly he's focused on just moving forward in life and healing from the situation with the ex. There could be like a lot of messy social situations, and kind of finding out whose friends are whose and stuff after the breakup. And then this situation he's really seeing as positive. As positive as he's being right now. I think that going towards you is kind of one of the more positive options that he has, to be honest, besides just in general getting over his ex, and seeing that, oh wow, we can heal this situation. It's not cut off or whatever. And I think he always felt that it wasn't completely over, but there was just kind of like stress and anxiety if he thought about it. So he might just try to distract himself in the past. And I think it always bothered him though why he was blocked. But yeah, so now he sees your energy open and that you're coming out of healing from whatever you're frustrated with, and it's looking like a better move. So I do see him moving forward and getting past these other options that he's had, but at the same time, we see him here coming back towards you as you're going towards him. So I would look to see a lot of connection coming up in the future, but it's going to take you guys getting over some fears and as he's processing getting over the ex and stuff, okay? But it's looking good right now for what you could expect after that time. Yes, you're cracking me up. He was really thinking about that, like blockity, blocked. There's like 4 cards of him thinking about that getting blocked. 4 or 5. Yeah, is that so fun? Mwah. I love you. Where's Horsey? Phoenix. Hey. Yeah, he's not. Oh, I know he's not blocked anymore, but he's just. You don't forget a block like that. Yeah. Do you see all those shapes in there? Yeah. That's cool, huh? That's a teacup. Which you guys, that can give you a little clue about the next video that's coming out to y'all. Actually, let me see if I can. Okay, it's not done exporting, but it's going to be uploading after it's done exporting right now. For Maroon Phoenix, what direction is my romantic life heading in? I feel like I keep hitting the same roadblocks. I want commitment, but I feel like everyone is running, or I'm just not patient enough. I don't know. The person I've been dealing with, going back and forth with, right, seems to hide his true feelings, and ultimately I think he is afraid. So what direction is Maroon Phoenix's romantic life heading to? Oh, but I don't know if he will one day let his guard down and open up the connection. I feel like there's a lot of secrecy in games. What do I do? I know you're tired of me asking about this man. No, that's fine. I understand because, relationships take work and we're so changeable and astrology is so changeable. Like, there's so many factors. I really understand. Believe me. Shoot, I got friends that are readers. We be doing barters, okay? I can read for myself, though, pretty good. But sometimes you just get so, just, girl, help me out with this, please. Honestly, truly, step in. Okay. So what direction is Maroon Phoenix's romantic life heading into, and advice on what to do? Okay, here we go. We have the 9 of Cups reversed again. We have the Fool reverse. We have the 4 of Swords. We have the 8 of Cups reverse. We have the King of Pentacles reverse. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the 7 of Pentacles reverse. Okay, there is a little impatience. Yes, we have the 3 of Pentacles reverse. And we have the Devil reverse. Oh, goodness. We have the 10 of Cups reverse coming up here in the future. And we have the 6 of Pentacles reverse. Now, I shuffled all both ways, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I talked too fast. Basically, he's getting over sex, but not until the girl. Yes, correct, Catherine. Sorry about that. You guys feel free at any time when I'm doing your reading to let me know if you can't hear or if I'm talking too quickly, because sometimes depending on the energy of the read, I might talk very slow or I might talk really fast. Like if you notice, if you watch multiple of the pick-a cards in the video, I will do that. So, like my energy can change from option to option because I'll channel in the energy as I'm doing the reading sometimes. So all of a sudden I'm super hype. Okay. Yes, so many reversals, including the Fool. So they're like, it's kind of a mix of both. You're go until you see something you don't like, and then it's like you slam on the brakes basically, and there's not enough time given to just letting the resting periods, right? Kind of think of music. There's resting periods in music where everything's not all loud and super crazy, but it's not, it's just, you got to let it kind of flow, right? Kind of like there's places where the river isn't just a waterfall, right? Where it's kind of more slowly meandering. The meandering part is difficult because when that happens, when things slow down, you feel like, oh, I need to let this go. They're about to reject me or something. This isn't what I want. And then you cut it off, right? Because you think that things having a pause or going with the flow means that there's going to be, rejection from the other side. But then the same thing happens if things speed up. If someone comes in quick and hot and heavy, then you're like, oh no, I must just be an option. You must be trying to use me. I'm going to close this down and cut it off right here. So there's kind of something with the idea of timing, and you're already onto that a little bit, right? There's something with the idea of timing where it's you might feel like hard to get in sync. The thing is with the Fool, we want the Fool upright, because if you get into sync with yourself, then you can see how this Fool is running on the earth, like all rounds with craters and everything. Yeah, I don't know why he's reminding me like LeBron James or something then, right? Once you get into your own category and you're in your own energy of your you-ness, everything else is going to part ways. Everything else is going to sync up to your time frame. So right now, when you're out of sync with yourself in your own time frame, then nobody else is going to be able to sync up with that, if that makes sense, right? Like if your Wi-Fi isn't on, no other devices can find it. It's going to be mistimed, right? That's kind of, I'm just speaking so many metaphors right now, but that's what I'm having come to me. And so that's what it is. We can't fully sync up with somebody if we're not in our own energy. So we have the Four of Swords right here saying that there might be more time to rest and kind of get down your ideals of what a relationship is. So instead of focusing on the partner and like, I see you like looking at their social media or looking at their different actions or different things about them and focusing on each individual partner and then like writing down a list here of why everyone isn't good enough or the things that don't work and stuff. It's like instead of that, work on one being the partner you want to be, but also work on the energy of what the partner is going to be in your life. And then it's a great analogy. Good. Thank you. I was like, okay, I hope I'm channeling this correctly. Work on the energy that you want to bring that person into, okay? Because that's what's going to work. Because the energy will buff away people who don't fit it itself. And so that's going to be a quicker way to get what you want. Versus if we're just kind of like, oh, I'm not sure. Let me look at you. Nope, I hate that. No. And, go on each person. So you know what it's like? It's like instead of getting a menu in the restaurant and then going through picking what we want and then sitting there waiting prepared for it, this is like going through and trying the food on everybody else's table. And then you have to say, ooh, I don't like that. Oh, you put peppers on this? Oh, you didn't put peppers? Oh, and going and trying everybody else's food, trying to find your perfect meal. So it's better to sit with the self. You wait a little minute. You might have to wait to get seated. You can't just hop in the booth with someone else, but wait a minute, get your table, get your own menu, and start picking out this, not that, okay? And, learn, talk to the waitress, so talk to the universe, and how can I augment my order? How can I get better and better what I like to make this relationship, to make my love life really pop, okay? And that's what you'll learn. And then when you get a partner, what it will become more of is just a slight compromise. You'll know what you want, but they'll be like, oh, okay, you don't really do jalapenos, but you got habaneros? Okay, you know what? I could do habanero. I could do that. It'll be more like that when you get a partner versus like vastly different things. Like I'm vegan and this is a barbecue joint, right? So that's kind of the advice that they have here for the love life. Also, they're saying you got to believe that first that you're lovable, because Nine of Cups is reversed, and you have to believe that happy endings come true. All right, because they're saying you don't believe it. Even when you're talking to us, your spirit crew, talking to the universe, part of you is really afraid. And there's no judgment on that. There's no judgment at all. The part of you is afraid that, it can't be true that people would be faithful. It can't be true that people aren't always have a foot out the door looking for other options or don't have a secret addiction or vice or, things like that. That there's a sense that people won't be secure and loyal and honest. And so they're saying you have to work on that as well. And they're trying to help you work on that, but they're like, we want to show you examples. We want you to, they're going to have to start showing you good, loving relationships that you can aspire to, not to copy or mimic them because, then we can get let down if our favorites, celebrity couple breaks up or something, but they just want to show you more of that energy field. And so sometimes it's hard if we're feeling like we have a little lack in love to view loving relationships. But I feel like your spirit crew wants to bring that into, it's like window shopping, so that you can get your energy field open to that capability, to that relationship vibe. But a lot of it, it's kind of like that vision board work, it is a bit like that vision board work, but where you believe in it, right? You're like, okay, boom, I'm building my energy field. This is what I look like in love. Ooh, that's it. That's it. They're like, you got it, finally. Sorry, y'all. They want you to cultivate what you look like in love. What do you look like? What do you feel like when you are madly loved by somebody? How do you walk? How do you go to the bathroom? How do you put on your makeup? How do you walk into a room when you are loyally, with respect, and with, all adoration, loved by somebody? They want you to embody that now. They want you to, so just think about that every moment. Am I carrying myself the way that I see my dream self, or that I used to see my dream self carrying, when I believed that I could be loved, when I believed that, I'm deserving of full love? And that's going to help you get back into the cycle of really loving yourself even more. And the moments that it feels, sometimes it's hard in life to remember that, and we have to pick ourselves back up. And it's going to help you get into that energy field where all the other people who love themselves, who are going to be good, really solid partners, are going to be. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you. Because then we have the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups upright. And that's good. It's like a piece of cake. It's like a happy ending that's just, it's peace. It's blissful. We're at rest. It feels like a vacation, not that there wouldn't be work. You've been trying to do more of this, embodying what I want so it manifests physically. Yes, absolutely. And it's true, because I get off of doing that sometimes. I really do. And I get too much into my Pisces, picking up whatever vibe is towards me, instead of creating, externalizing my own vibes and magic that I have within. And life rocks different when you do that. When you're like, no, I'm going to treat myself to this. I'm going to pay attention to my responsibilities like this accordingly, because I am the person I want to be, and I am loved the way that I want to be loved. It's a different vibe. Life really does respond differently. So it's good advice for everybody that it resonates with. I love you so much. Are you cold? No. You're just playing with your teeth? People do that sometimes when they're cold. Yes, I've always had trouble my whole life believing things I can't see. Not seeing creates doubt. It makes me feel like it won't work, or that believing it is setting myself up for disappointment. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe that's why having the physical results, because people will start treating you different, as you get into that vibe. Because everything changes, our self-care, our decisions. When we decide, okay, I'm just going to I'm going to make my decisions based on if I already have someone who loves me unconditionally. We just rock differently. Yeah. Hey, everybody watching. How y'all doing? I know it's super late night, early morning, depending on how you look at it. Yes, let's pull some little general cards for those who come through with love, okay? And respect. And with that love and respect, have participated in chat or clicked the video. Yes. Okay, you have another one. So we'll do the general, and then we'll go back to your other question. Ooh, we have El Uber. Shout out to all the Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, any other driving service. Oh my gosh, we have El Manbun, El Internship, and El Mason Jar. So some of us are feeling like we have, okay, thank you, an El Safe Space. Thank you to the Uber drivers who are safe space for us, so we don't have to be worried, get into where we need to be. Those of us, this is showing me that a lot of you do your job with heart, and you're a caring person, even if it's not where you want to be at the moment. You're trying to get from here to there. Okay, you're trying to get to the top of where you want to be. You might feel like you have to augment who you are, or how you dress, or just be seen a way you don't want to be seen. This reminds me of in photography school. He was a Libra, and he he was taking photography school, but he would get photo shoots with like celebrities and stuff, a lot of like athlete kind of magazines and stuff. I think he did like Serena Williams and different people. But then behind the scenes, he was still going to college with us, coming back, brushing up on his skills and stuff. And he actually worked at this popular restaurant here on Venice Boardwalk, right, in California. And so I ran into him. I didn't know he worked there, and he was, Libra. He was a little bit shy. I mean, he respected himself, but he's like, hey, can you just kind of not tell people, because I have my photography image that I'm putting out, and that's what I do, and that's my passion, and so I want people to view me that way. And so I think for the general read, some of us are feeling like that. We feel like we have so much pure talent coming in, right? We're just overflowing with creativity, with love and passion for what we want to do, but it can be hard sometimes because we're stuck in the day-to-day grind, right? Which Virgo season's bringing up, of how we get from point A to point B. And it might be hard to feel like people don't see us the way we want them to see us, because we know, right? It's reminding me of the story, The Ugly Duckling. Like, we know that we're this glorious swan. We know that all of who we are, we embrace it, and we feel like these are, my scars are beautiful, all of my different mistakes, all my different options. Like, we know who we are and can have that respect. But everyone else, they might be like, oh, you over here doing this with this old school love bug, and okay, but you think you're gonna be up here, famous or something, But it reminds me even of Kevin Bacon. We met him. One of my friends had like a studio, and he was recording a pilot there, and he was saying like, he was talking to people because everyone asked him advice and stuff where he goes, and he was just saying like, if you want to be a good actor, get good at being a waiter, basically do not ever give up on your dream. Have a backup plan, do the work you need to do there, and don't dare think less of yourself. Know where you're going to go, know who you are, know what your passion is, and don't be ashamed to wash dishes or whatever you have to do on the side to get where your dream is. It doesn't diminish who you are. It shows that you love your craft enough that you actually will go to do what you need to do in life. And so that's the vibe here, is, just encouragement. Like, the universe sees you. You deserve to thrive in what it is that you want to do. If you're starting to try to balance, like, having your own career and doing, like, the job. So, like, Capricorn is career, Virgo is day-to-day work. And sometimes those aren't the same thing. Sometimes our day-to-day work isn't what our passion is for our career. And so, this is just encouragement along that path. Keep the fire that burns for the deep emotional things that we want. But try not to let the emotional self get away with us when we feel like, I'm not doing what I want, so this has no value to it, and we take it out on ourselves, right? So it's like, keep going at it, and don't be afraid to start out brand new on the things that you love so much. If your heart has a passion for it, there's a reason. We all have to start from somewhere. And like, I like reading things from people who are already successful that talk about when they have to go to the next level of success. It's still scary. It's still embarrassing for them. I remember Garrett Hedlund, who's an actor, he was talking about, in order to be successful, I have to be okay with the fact that I'm going to make a fool in front of everybody. Like, it's a big set when I go somewhere. And until I learn that character, and until I am approved and I have to audition for it, like, I can look like a complete fool every single time that I want a gig. So you get this big famous movie, but he had to go through this whole process, being edited, being screened, being all of this kind of stuff. And yet being so sensitive, right? And wanting to connect and having a certain image of self. So this is just encouragement for you. You are valid in your desires. You're valid in your divine right to have your safe space and shine as the unique person that you are. You will get to where you are aiming to. And don't feel like if you have to, wear a uniform and you have to go and do these other jobs, that means that you are not the successful person that you see yourself. Okay, you're still a glorious unicorn or whatever it is that you want to be, okay? So that's the general reading. And I hope that was very supportive for you. All right. Yes, I love these little Loteria cards, which are very non-traditional, as you can see. This is the Millennial Loteria right here, which is like a game, but all right. 3:30 a.m. over here. Thank you, everybody rocking. Let's see. Okay, for Maroon Phoenix, second inquiry. Am I misreading wise attentions, or are they actually hiding something from me? Does my airy moon get me in trouble? Do I scare him away? I jump the gun because sometimes I feel like I don't have enough info and end up drawing my own conclusions. Okay, so this question here You're so welcome. Oh, thank you for the feedback. Thank you, because sometimes, like, I trust spirit, but sometimes you're like, okay, was that the medicine the people needed at the moment? So I really appreciate when you guys are able to vocalize and let me know. So thank you. Okay, so for your question here, is Maroon Phoenix misreading wise intentions? Okay, we have Seven of Swords, or are they actually hiding something from you? Three, Empress reverse, the Chariot reverse, the Five of Pentacles, the Tower, the Ten of Cups, Three of Wands, Six of Cups, Eight of Swords reversed, a Queen of Pentacles. These cards just like to pull a lot of them, and the King of Pentacles. I think you guys are pretty evenly matched when it comes to your energy wise. I can see that when you feel that energy that someone's being deceitful for you, it's very intense, right? You're like, mama bear to the max. We have that Aries temper, that concern coming out. You're like, we're gonna go to the bottom of this, and if you're on some bullshit, we're done. But I see your ancestors warning you, and the first card down was the Seven of Swords. So no, there is something being hidden from you. You are correct. And the thing is, you're feeling it so psychically and intuitively that you're going to keep, that's how Aries works. I have some Aries in my chart, and Scorpio is the same way. Until we know what it is, our psychic senses will keep amplifying it. It could be something small, but if the person keeps hiding it, we'll just keep having bigger and bigger dreams, bigger and bigger energy waves until they admit what it is, right? It's kind of like a leaky faucet where that stain on the ceiling keeps getting bigger and bigger until you acknowledge that little drip in the faucet, right? That's what's going on here. And it's like they don't want to move forward and say anything. They don't know how you're going to react. They want you guys to just be like stable, pretend like it's fine. We have King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles here. And the Six of Cups, maybe because of the history here. But I'm seeing, Three of Wands. I think you're moving in the right direction. Sometimes you could be very formidable, So it could be like, oh shoot, I ain't trying to get in trouble. But I feel like you guys have a good basis in your relationship. Three of Wands, Six of Cups, Ten of Cups, that they, there should be honesty at this point. There should be genuine connection. There shouldn't be BS and, anyone hiding anything. Scorpio Sun as well. This combination, see, I knew it. Yes, you do have Scorpio Sun. That's right. Yes. No, you knew it. Yeah, a good example I can give is one of my family members had gotten a message from one of my ex one time, and they didn't tell me. And I kept feeling something was off, but I was like, I don't know. And then and I wasn't like talking to them on the regular, but then I kept having these dreams, and finally I was having intense dreams with them and my ex, and I was like, what? So finally I just messaged them like, is there something you need to tell me? Like, what's going on? Because I'm having these dreams and such. And they were like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that, like, they like messaged way back, and they were trying to get information on you and this and that, but it wasn't a big deal to me. They were actually in Aries. It wasn't a big deal to me, and I forgot, and I should have told you. And I'm like, yes, you should have, because it was like a very sensitive situation at the time, and this person was causing trouble. So it ended up not being as scandalous as the energy appeared, but because they didn't tell me, and being how close and loyal they should have been, it just kept amplifying like a bigger wave, a bigger wave, a bigger wave of energy. Because my intuition and my spirit team was like, you need to know this information, and it's being hidden from you, and we don't like that. So it could be some of this going on because you're very sensitive. You're very, about loyalty. You want people to come correctly, and it's just kind of radiating on and off key and shaking up everything else around. So far it still shows that maybe when you found out, you could be like, okay, I can deal with this. You might even be able to have, some kind of forgiveness or a happy ending. But it's like, if they keep pushing it, you're going to be done on principle just because they're, on some bullshit, not being upfront with you, basically. Yep, Scorpio be knowing. Scorpio be knowing. And Aries is very instinctual too. Aries moons are very powerful, magically like that. Yes, y'all. Anyone else would like a reading? $15 to Cash App or to PayPal. And if anyone who did the incognito, well, I guess those were very, very spicy ones. That's why we were going to do it. They weren't general ones. But if you, are here and you want to put your payment towards the a general reading here, you can. I just want to wait until we get a few more people before we do the incognito. So we can do it Wednesday or Thursday, hopefully before Friday, because I wanted to do it earlier in the week. Maybe everyone's not feeling spicy on the weekdays. Okay, let's see. Checking this here, checking this here. Okay. Do you need some help, baby? Okay, sorry, I was just checking the messages and payments. What tab are you? Okay, there you are. All right, there you are. Yes. Okay, just one second, y'all. I'm gonna go over here and get this going for her. I got it. It's okay. That's all. Mama can help. Yeah, Mama can help. There you go. We can turn this off now. We're just waking up. I'm glad you had a good sleep. You are a good girl. You're a good person. Are you hungry or do you need some milk? Your hair is so big. It's very beautiful. Those toes are so cute. I love those toes. Okay. Okay. Let me see this one. You gotta be careful with these. Yeah. I'm gonna put it up there. Yeah, it does sound loud. Good job. Yeah, you said those words. Okay, here I am. I'm going to get some rest. Love you all. Thank you for all of your work. Hemi, don't change. Thank you so much, Maroon Phoenix. Good night, sweet dreams. Thank you for hanging so late on a Tuesday. We have 3 watching, it says, and 3:37. So 3 3 3s. Yes. Baby just said so loud. She's never said that before. That's so cute. Y'all are probably headphone users are like, yeah, that was so loud. Yes. So, is anyone else up for a reading at the moment? If not, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I'll probably be back on early morning. Sometime in the morning. Oh, you know what? Let me check y'all's video. Oh, it's still exporting. I put a filter on it this time since it's kind of dark right here. So let me know once it hits if y'all like the filter. Wait, Matthews, are you still driving? You might have got distracted, get some food or something. I always start off watching her lives too, and then I have to go do mom stuff or different things. But I think I'm going to go soak in the shower and spend some time with baby who's back awake. And then I will come on later in the morning. If you are wondering, I will email y'all, but just in case you watch this first for the incognito read, we'll go ahead and roll that over to the next one since there was not as full of a room as I wanted for that. Okay, but we'll still definitely do that. All right, so good night, y'all. Bye. Thanks for chilling with us.